Hello everyone. Here we will be talking about how to write a report. We will cover the meaning, what is a report, who is it for, also the relevance, so what is the purpose of a report, how do I prepare for a report, and how do I collect the information for a report. Also the language, so what is the appropriate style of writing for a report. We will also be seeing the structure. What do I find in a report and how do I organize it? And finally, we will see some examples of expressions in a report. So, what is a report? A report is a short and well organized written document containing information about a particular subject. It presents facts about the situation or event and offers a recommendation. It is written for a specific audience, such as a superior, a peer group, co-worker, or an organization. As for the language, a report is designed to allow people to find the information that they need in a quick and easy way. It is a factual document, so it should be brief and concise, using standard English. The writing style and language used in a report should be clear, precise, and with short sentences. Avoid using jargon language and use simpler words. You need to prepare and plan your draft. Think of how much time you will need and set a deadline. A context and some material will be given to you, including the precise topic of your report and who the report is for and why you are writing it. Research from external sources of information. Take notes. Make an outline of your work divided into sections by theme. And keep track of your references. The structure of the report. It is composed of a title page, acknowledgements, contents page, executive summary or abstract, introduction, main body, conclusion, recommendations, references, and appendices. The title page should include the title of the report, the author's name, the name of the person to whom the report is prepared for, the date, and any other relevant information. For the acknowledgements, this includes a list of the people who have helped you in your report or every person whom you want to dedicate your work to. It could be friends, family, colleagues, or a tutor. The contents page is a list of all the sections and subsections of the report. It should include all the headings of each part worded exactly as appeared on the report with the page numbers. The executive summary or abstract is a short paragraph of the main points of the report, not more than 300 words. The abstract is placed right before the introduction, but it is written after you have finished your report. It gives a general overview of the report, identifying the topic of the report, your approach, your findings, and your conclusions. The introduction is the first page of the report. It contains a statement of purpose and the scope of the report. You should explain the problem of the report and your plan. It should announce the outline and the method of your report. It should also briefly state your conclusion. The main body is the most important part of the report. It should be logically structured and coherent. Each section should have numbered subsections addressing the themes of your consideration. This body part should be clear and focused on the main issue under discussion. It should present the evidence to the purpose of the report, carefully developed. Only relevant information should be added, and anything off topic should be discarded. You should interpret the significance of the data you collected and explain how is it pertinent to your approach. The conclusion section is much shorter than the body part, usually presented in paragraphs, and they could be numbered if necessary. The conclusion section should briefly state the major inferences from your discussion. It should also explain the relevance of your research. No new information should be included in this section. Recommendations section suggests a course of action on how the situation could be improved based on your findings. It could take two forms: recommendations for further study or recommendations for change. It should follow the conclusion logically. For the references, it is very important to include a list giving full details of the sources that you used or cited in your report. You should choose one referencing style and apply it to all of the sources. For instance, APA style or MLA style. The references need to be in alphabetical order of the author's names. It should include the author's names and initials, date of publication, the title, the publisher, place of publication, and page numbers. And finally, an appendix contains supplementary material related to your report. It is usually too long or too detailed to include in the main body part of the report. Example of appendix could be large tables of data, transcriptions of interviews, or full results of questionnaires. Now here are some examples of phrases used in reports. For example, in an introduction, social media addiction has dramatic impact on young people's mental health and academic performance. The purpose of this report is to inquire into the reasons behind the rise in social media addiction among the youth. The report will also recommend preventative measures for social media addiction. A recent study shows that social media addiction in the UK is prevalent among nearly 20% of young people. Now, for introducing the method. Data for this study was collected using questionnaires, interviews, and references to books. For phrases used to state the results, we could have: the findings will be presented in 3 sections according to key characteristics relevant to the research question. Now for the discussion part, we could start with: according to research, in various countries it has been revealed that a correlation exists between social media addiction and academic performance. Furthermore, the result of analysis showed that self-help intervention program has positive and successful outcome in reducing the youth's social media addiction. Despite the numerous findings, the study is not without its limitation. And finally, for the conclusions, we could say, on the basis of the findings, several conclusions concerning the effect of social media on the youth can be drawn. From the study, it can be concluded that young people have realized the importance of managing the time spent using social media. And the last part, to state the recommendations, we could say, based on the findings and conclusions in this report, the following recommendations are made.